Hi, my name is Steve. I'm the chief cook here at the house, and I'm making chicken stock today. Now, this project is stock to sauce, but I need chicken stock, so I'm going to give you a video today of how to prepare chicken stock. I went to the market yesterday in the morning, and I bought four chicken carcasses from the butcher. And not every butcher has these on stock, but you can look around at your local farmer's market and I'm sure you'll find somebody that has them. I was lucky enough to. So this is about 3.5 kilos of chicken bones, and I'm going to set them aside now because we need to sanitize after we work with these, so I'll work with them last. So I got 3.5 kilos of chicken bones, and we need to also have something that will add more flavor to the stock, which is something the French call a mirepoix. And a mirepoix is made up of vegetables with an aroma. And onions and celery is what we're going to use today. Normally I would use carrots in something like a beef stock or a veal stock, but the carrots are an addition, and the orange color is not what I'm after in my chicken stock, so I'm just going to use celery and the onions, primarily the onions. Just going to set this aside. We're just going to wipe this off because I don't want to take any chances. Nobody gets sick here. Everybody gets out alive. Wipe it down. Going to wipe it off with a little sanitizing paper there. Clorox kills 99% of the germs. I want to get them all. So everything is ready now for the chicken, or for the mirepoix. Now the mirepoix is about 8-to-1, so 3.5 kilos. Let's call it 4. So I would probably put about 450-500 grams of mirepoix. So I got it weighed out here on the scale. That's something that I find really helpful in a kitchen, is a digital scale. So I bought this one at the local Kmart or Zellers. I don't think I got it at Zellers, but that was a while ago, so it's like Target now. Yeah, so I'm gonna get my So I'm going to get a cutting board going here. It's got like a rubber non-stick cloth and cutting board. And then we have celery and onions. And about twice as many onions by weight as celery. So it should be around 500 grams. Don't wash the onions with the skin on, wash the celery. The ends, oxidization. That might add a little bitterness to your stock. You don't want your stock to be too bitter. The garbage, the green garbage or the compost, for sure. Now we're going to be making a chicken stock, so it's going to boil for simmer for about 4 hours to get all the essence out. So 4 hours is quite short. Vegetable stock we would boil for about 45 minutes, so we would cut the mirepoix up really fine. Chicken stock, we're going to just go with medium, and beef or veal stock we would cut it up in large portions. But for today, we're just going to go with medium size. So I'll just slice this celery in half. Okay, and I'm going to go with maybe, I don't know, 1.5 millimeters or a 1.5 centimeters size pieces of celery. And So there you got that's your basic celery for your mirepoix. And then you have a nice bowl here for have your onions. I've seen some chefs put the onion skins and everything in. I got time. I'll do that. I'll not do that because I think it's a bit crude and I don't have to be that fast today. Take your paring knife, just score the onion here, just under the skin so that I can peel it later. I'm just going to take off the top layer. I don't want any bitterness in this stock. Get my fingernail into the first skin there. Okay, so we got the onion. The tail has, like where the root, we're at the bottom of the onion, there's some heavy, hard stuff there. We want to take advantage of that. Cut right in half, right between that. And that holds the onion together, okay? So we're making medium-sized onions, and now I'm frying. Okay, so we'll go with medium size, so we'll come up about 1 centimeter with the knife, and then we'll go through, and another centimeter, and go through, and another centimeter, and go through. We never go all the way through, because we want the onion to stay together till it's ready. So about 1 centimeter, and another centimeter, and then just a little touch on the top. Okay, now, then we're going to do the same thing on the top of the onion, or on the side, so that, and then we'll just cut it. And it comes apart all kind of nice, right? We won't put that woody piece in, it'll be bitter. Same thing here. Go about 1/2 centimeter if you can still see. Dangerous time here because I'm going to cut myself. Cut up this onion. Okay. And we'll put that onion in with my celery. So there's our mirepoix for celery and onions, 2 to 1. And the ratio again for the mirepoix to the bones is about 8 to 1. Alright. Now here's our bones. There's a lot of blood and stuff associated with these. Good sharp knife, eh? Let's take these out. They've made their profit on the chicken breast, eh? So they don't need these bones anymore, so they can sell them to me for the outrageous price of $2.50 a carcass, giving me like 10 bucks for these 4 chicken carcasses. Way too much money. We'll put this one aside for now. We'll take a look at this. Now, it's pretty much right in the pot, right? But there's some things you want to do, break up some of these bones. You want to get some of the extra fat off because the fat will cloud the stock, and you want nice clean stock. And today I don't have any. Oh, you want your knife, your boning knife for this. You want your stock to be kind of clear. Looks nicer, feels nicer. Put that in here. Yeah. So to get it clear, I take off as much extra fat as I can. Now this is the chicken neck here. A lot of good collagen in there and it turns into good gelatin. We'll cut that up so that we can get it out. Now there's some bone in here that I want to break to get the marrow and the collagen out. And the backbone especially is nice. got a little bit of fat here in the tail, but this is like, my mom used to call that the pig's nose, or the Pope's nose. The pig's nose. Anyway, the best bonus of the stuff will come out of that if it cooks. That looks nice, eh? Leave anything too solid because we want it to be all in the stock, right? So then I'll put that in the pot here. No, not yet. We should put some cold water in the pot. Always start with cold water. Cold water gets much more flavor out of the bones and out of the mirepoix. And you're going to put in a sachet or a spice and herbs, and you want those to be maximized as well. Got 6 liters of cold water. Okay. Okay, it's been about a half an hour, and everything's up to a boil, as you can see. The bones are floating here, but that's okay. They'll settle down. Now you got to turn it back to a simmer. Now I know my stove okay, I think, and it comes back to about 6.5 on my dial. We'll bring it down to just a nice simmer. This is a pretty good rolling boil. I'll bring it down to a simmer, and then we'll go for that from 3:30 to 4:30 to 5:30 to 6:30. That's 3 to 7:30. So 7:30 tonight we'll have chicken stock, and I'll take you through and show you how to strain it out. The boil energy is on there now, so there's some fat in here, but we'll skim that off later. Best to let it do its thing. And we won't play too much with it, just get the bones in there. And as the boil ends, everything will sink down. Volumes again. I added a few chicken bones I had in the freezer that I had forgotten about from previous chickens that I had butchered up. And then I added a bit more water. So I'd say we got about 8 liters of water in here, and about 4 kilos of bones, 3 to 4 kilos, somewhere bigger than like 375 maybe. So 3 kilos 75, and then I put about 8 liters of water. So that's about a 2-to-1 ratio, eh? And then I put in the mirepoix, which was in there before, about 500 grams of mirepoix. So 8 or 10 to 1, somewhere in between 8 and 10 to 1. And my bouquet garni, which we didn't have a bouquet for it, just the garni. So there you go. So that was thyme. It should have been embranché, but I didn't have any. So I just put it in freestyle, and then I put in some bay leaf and parsley. Now parsley stems would be ideal, but I didn't have any, so I just put my dry parsley that I had harvested the last time I bought parsley. So I harvested it from the fresh parsley, dried it, and I have kept it in a Ziploc bag. So now this is coming down. You can see it's already getting down to a nice simmer. And we're going to let that go for 4 hours. So I say around 7:30. It's 3:30 now. 7:30 tonight. Then we won't cover it. It'll stay open, and it'll drive everybody in the house crazy because it's going to start to smell really good. That thyme is very aromatic. The onions are aromatic. The celery is aromatic. You know, the celery, everything's going to make it taste and smell really great. I might top it up occasionally with water so that we don't get it reduced too much, but we'll see what happens. Okay, thanks a lot.